It's recording. It's on. They don't count down the recording. It just appears. So that's why I'm never ready.
Like gonorrhea just appears.
Exactly.
When you least expect it. Or herpes. Or chlamydia. Not that I have any experience with any of these.
No, by the way. Thank God. Knock on wood or something. We're here. Phill is out today. He took his dog to Citi Filed to pee in the outfield or something. I don't know.
I'm still jealous, man. Him and his girl took out Benji, who, by the way, has his own Instagram account.
Killing it. Better than ours.
Which is such a shot to the self-esteem. I know. That, like, a poodle, well, not a poodle, whatever the fuck kind of breed it is, it's just killing it. It's so much more popular than us.
We're talented, hardworking people, and we got nothing.
But Benji, takes a shit in right field of Citi Field.
Right. Instagram legend. I mean, that's what the people want. They want dogs doing stuff. So we need dog.
So I'm watching the Knicks game right now. I know you're watching the Knicks game too.
I got it on my phone below the camera. So
what I came in at the end of the second quarter. What do you think so far?
The Knicks have no offensive strategy as usual. They cannot defend the 3-point ball to save their life. And they're hanging in this game. They're down by like 11 right now, which in the games they won, that's what they were when they won. So,
Hart just fucking stole. Did you see that? Hart just stole it. Damn! And then Tatum just stole it back.
Yeah, I think that was I'm not sure if you're on a delay or I'm on a delay, but yeah. And then they shot the 3 in the corner.
Yeah.
So
we're not going to try to make this a crazy play-by-play game. We're going to try to do the pod we intended to do.
All right. But somebody hit a 3. Who was that? Brunson? I'm looking on my phone. Everybody's smart.
I'm probably delayed because Brunson didn't hit that 3 yet.
All right, you didn't see it yet. All right, so I won't say anything.
But here's what I think. I think I don't. It's going to be hard to beat the Celtics. I think the Celtics are obviously better. Yeah, Brunson great. I think the Celtics are obviously better. I think the Knicks can do it. They've proven they can beat them. They beat them twice at TD Garden. Here's the thing that's going to suck as a New York sports fan.
Yeah,
is that they just need to really beat Boston, in my opinion.
Yes, that's all
they just need to beat Boston.
That's it. It's
because the Pacers, they're going to the final. By some just God in Indiana. I don't know what Indiana did. They sacrificed their firstborn child to Larry Bird. Like that's probably what they did.
The French lip magic.
And they watched Hoosiers and did 3 Hale Hackmans.
Tyrese Halliburton's on fire.
The Pacers are going to the finals. They're going to beat the Cavs. And the Knicks can definitely beat the Pacers. 100% the Knicks can beat the Pacers.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting because the Timberwolves are also. Somebody said, "Can you imagine if it's the Knicks Timberwolves in the finals?"
Well, I think
amazing.
The Timberwolves are definitely going to the finals.
They look
the Pacers are definitely going to the final, or definitely going to the conference final. Well, okay, the Timberwolves are definitely going to the conference finals.
Right.
The Pacers are definitely going to the East Coast Conference.
Right. Eastern Conference Finals, yeah.
Eastern Conference Finals.
So I'm looking at Brunson. He rolled his ankle. So
now, the only interesting series, I think, I mean, some people would say the Knicks and Celtics aren't interesting because the Celtics are favored to win. Oh, right. Damn. I just saw that with his ankle.
Yeah, he just rolled it.
Shit.
They'll shoot him up with
that has to be like his 4th or 5th ankle injury.
Yeah,
like in the last month or so. Oh, that looks awful.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to see now. I like this rule now because now they determined that they have to let the player land safely on their feet. So if the defender inadvertently or not, his foot is under the player.
This is their strategy. The Knicks strategy. They have to have him out for the 3rd quarter, and then they bring him out. They have to at least keep a 10-point deficit, and then they have him back in the 4th quarter, and then they can probably win. They can probably pull magic. That's what they got to do.
That's the plan. That's the Knicks' plan relies around giving Jalen Brunson the ball, and he'll dribble all over the place while the rest of the team stands. But yeah, they'll stand behind the 3-point line, and they don't. They have their offense. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm watching it earlier. They had a nice alley-oop play, and they attacked the rim at one point. I'm like, that's New York basketball. That's basketball. Yeah. Do that, because the Celtics are doing it. At one point, Mikal Bridges had the ball. He was going to drive to the net. He stopped, and he threw it back to Cat, which is like, no, the hoop's in front of you. Just go, and maybe they'll foul you, because the Knicks have only shot 2 free throws in the first half, which is insane. So
what I was saying before, though, I think
yeah.
Okay, so I think this is an interesting series because no one expected the Knicks to have a 2-1 lead. So everyone's going to find this interesting, and this game looks like it could turn interesting too as well. Brunson just is at the foul line right now. He's closing the lead. So the most interesting playoff series is with the Nuggets and the Thunder.
Yes, that's a good one.
They're 2-2. Like that's That I mean,
nobody saw that.
Who knows? I think the Timberwolves are going to go to the finals, or actually, I don't even know, because I know Anthony Edwards was struggling with injuries. Yeah. It could also be OKC.
The West is really good. Yeah,
they could do it, but then the Nuggets could do it. But here's the thing: I think if the Knicks beat Boston, then they will go to the finals. I think if the Celtics beat the Knicks, the Celtics will definitely go to the finals. The Celtics will beat the Pacers.
Yeah.
So whoever wins this series, I think,
go to the finals,
will determine who goes to the finals.
So hypothetically, though,
and I'm sure there's a bunch of Pacer fans that probably hate me for that, or probably talking shit. But that's what I think.
Well, now I know you're supporting the Knicks. You're a Nets fan by nature. Supporting by nature. No, but you what would you think? Because I guess it's more of a question for me. But what would you think if the Knicks don't go to the finals? Do you root for the Timberwolves to go? I always call them the Timberlands. The Timberwolves to go. So you see Dante and Julius Randle get to the finals, or do you support Hardenstein? I think I would guess Knicks fans would support the Timberwolves in the finals if the Knicks can't.
They probably would. I mean,
I think I would.
You know why I think Anthony Edwards is so popular too right now? I was talking to someone who felt Anthony Edwards is going to be the new face of the NBA.
Okay.
Especially because the old guard's kind of changing. We're not going to see, Steph isn't going to be around forever.
Right.
Draymond's not going to be around forever. LeBron's not going to be around forever. A lot of the
retiring soon. Yeah.
OGs are going to retire soon.
Yeah.
And there's this new class, and everyone thinks it's not everyone. This one particular person I was talking to said Anthony Edwards is going to be it.
You got. So I'll say real quick. You got Anthony Edwards. You got SGA, Giannis, Luka, Jokic, maybe Tatum. These are the new guys around the league that are, and of course Jalen Brunson, the Knicks. But I'm saying if you look at those people that they always designate as the face of the league, I think you're right with Anthony Edwards. He's definitely one of the most popular.
Also, quick baseball talk.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on to our commercials.
Yeah.
But
Mets Yankees.
I didn't know this. I wanted to talk to you about this.
Yeah.
I wish Phill was here to talk about this the most, because Phill would have opinions.
Yeah.
But so the Mets are killing it.
Okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
They're doing good. The Yankees are also in first place in their division, but Devin Williams, your pitcher,
he's a disaster.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
holy shit.
Well,
what happened, Mike, in your opinion?
So he did have that one game the other night, I think against the Padres, where he struck out the side, and he's cheering. But just the overall thing with him, it's really hard to say. Everybody's saying some people can't play in New York. I mean, it could be that, but it's early in the season. It's not like he's under a lot of pressure. I mean, this was the time for him to come out and just play his game, April, May. This is when the teams are figuring themselves out. So it's not like this was August, September, and they're in the playoff race and all that stuff. So I don't know if the New York pressure is the thing that is stopping him. Now, a lot of guys have come to New York and started slow and became great. Tino, Teixeira, just those two guys, I guess. But no, but that is the thing.
His ERA is terrible.
It's like 11.
His ERA is a 10. It's like a 9. 10? It's like a 9 or a 10. It's so bad. And like looking at his stats right now, like, okay.
Yeah.
In 2024 for the entire season, he had an ERA of 1.25.
Okay.
In 2023, he had 1.53. In 2022, he had 1.93. Now he has an ERA of 9.24.
It's terrible. I'm not laughing at him. I'm just I'm laughing because it's insane. Like, what happened? Like, I don't know. I was joking that maybe his beard had to grow back in full, so he returns to full strength. But I don't know.
That would be hilarious if there's like the one person in the Yankees organization, like it's the facial hair.
It's the facial hair.
It's the facial hair.
Shave it off.
They can't play. Their mustache distracts them from pitching well because of the facial hair. I don't look like. That's just. I have no idea. I was just talking to a friend of mine who's a Yankees fan. He's like, Devin Williams is horrible right now. I was like, really? And then because we were looking up the ERA, like I was talking about Senga, how he's got, he could be a Cy Young winner this year or a Cy Young candidate at least. And then we were. He's like, look up Devin Williams' ERA. And I looked it up and I was like, Jesus. Mary and Joseph. This guy almost has a double-digit ERA.
He had 11 at one point. He did. Yeah, it's down. So, maybe it's just some kind of not growing pains. He's just got to settle in. I don't know. It is scary that it is happening so early, but maybe it's better it's happening early so he can work through it.
Let me ask you, what do you think about seeing Porzingis on the Celtics? Do you care?
Nah, I mean he hasn't been a Knick for so long. It's not like that's if we see Randle or DiVincenzo or Hardenstein, they were just on the team last year, so it means a lot. Porzingis was in that unfortunate position where the Knicks were trying to start being good. When he came in, he was decent, but he had some injuries, and the Knicks were still stuck in that mire of being terrible. So he didn't get to really enjoy any real great times with the Knicks. I can recall watching a game with him where the Knicks were like fighting to the end and they just lost. I'm like, see, if the Knicks lose like that, I can handle that because at least they tried. It wasn't one of those sloppy, disgusting losses they've had for the past 20 years. So he didn't get – it was just a thing where they said, you know what, he's not working. This isn't working. Maybe no fault of his, and they said, let's move on. So he didn't really get to fulfill his time as a Knick. It's not like he was with the team for 10 years and they moved on. Same thing with R.J. Barrett. I mean, R.J. Barrett was –
Oh, sorry.
What happened there?
Sorry, it just got the ball. They threw it away. The ball got stolen. Bridges took it back.
I mean – I don't know. Maybe R.J. Barrett would get – see, that's the thing. R.J. Barrett got to play with a better Knicks team than Kristaps Porzingis. I don't know. I think it's just because he's been away so long. Like, I was looking at him like he used to play here, but it felt different. Like, it didn't feel like I'm looking at a former Knick.
Cat, man.
Yeah. Catman do.
They're closing in on him.
Good. They're waking up.
They're closing in.
They could win.
Cat's got 19 points right now.
Good. So last week,
10 rebounds, 19 points.
Phill picked the sweep last week. I said the Knicks were going to lose 5-1, and I'm basing this on how they played through the Piston series and everything. And I think a lot of Knicks fans are just surprised by how they won. But this team, whatever they pulled out of themselves to be good, thank God, and they're hanging with the Celtics. And I think, I think they're facing a lot of pressure. And it's bringing out the best of them. At least that's what I hope for my Mr. Rogers commentary on the Knicks.
Okay, we want to get back to watching this game. So let's do some commercials, and then we'll put this. This
is a very distracting podcast. So why don't we do this? I mean, it's one of the biggest Knicks games in history tonight. So let's go to. You found some good Knicks commercials. This is Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson.
If I make this, you got to be my fall guy for the day.
All right. So, what exactly does the fall guy do?
Fall guy. Fall guy.
How did you feel about your performance tonight?
I got it. Oh, man. Where'd you get this fall guy idea from anyway?
Fall guy?
Fall guy? Starts!
You're the fall guy.
Okay. So I picked that commercial because how insane is it to be like, hey, you know who's going to be my backup is Jalen Brunson. You know who's going to be my shadow? Jalen Brunson. He's like one of the top scorers right now. I mean, I don't know. That just seems so ridiculous to me.
Well, it was Julius Randle's team until Brunson came along. So it is weird to see Brunson in a backup, second banana role. It didn't really work out. Maybe this led to the trade. Appreciate that commercial. It
caused some beef between them all.
Caused some beef. So that Fall Guy movie I didn't get to see, but I think it was based on the 80s TV show, The Fall Guy. I
didn't get to see it either, and I love Ryan Gosling.
He's great.
He makes me feel feelings I haven't felt since I was a young girl.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I mean,
he's beautiful, beautiful man.
He was Ken. He was Ken in the bar. How could you not like him?
Of course.
So, there you go.
You know what else I also remembered watching this commercial. I obviously got to go courtside for the Knicks last season. Right. And Julius Randle fell on me.
That's right. You injured him for the.
we should have brought up that. We should have brought
the clip. Foreseeable future, you injured him. No, I mean that's amazing.
That's my big credit in sports history is that Julius Randle fell on me once.
Yeah.
And maybe my credit in show business. Credit in show business that Julius Randle fell on me.
That was your.
Holy shit! It's 81-83.
All right, so let's go to the next commercial.
Yep, let's keep
At AT&T, we confidently guarantee our network. Staying close with your college besties, not guaranteed.
That's Phill.
It's been a long time.
I wish we'd play together forever.
Sold Dante like that, okay?
Oh, sorry.
Hey, Dante. Catch.
A connection means something. That's why with AT&T, if there's a network interruption, we'll fix it fast and credit you a full day of service. That's the AT&T guarantee.
So they need to remake this commercial with the new Pope because he went to Villanova.
I was about to say, and then the Pope is just dunking on all of them.
I love the fact that this Pope thing and that they found footage of him and the broadcast of the 2005 World Series, and then they interviewed his brother and he's like, "Hey, my brother's the Pope." That's like a Jim Gaffigan stand-up routine, It's like that doesn't happen, but it happens. So, but this commercial, a little sad. I would love a fiery Dante coming off the bench. I would love Julius Randle. They can use him right now, but like you said, the Knicks are coming back. So, we'll see what the offseason brings. But I don't know how soon we'll get a Dante reunion with these guys.
I would just love it if he was just like, who. This commercial would be funnier if he was just like, "Who are you guys again?" I don't know, and then he just ripped off.
They'll do a remake. Yeah, they'll do him and Julius will do a remake, and they'll go, "We don't remember those days. We don't know."
He's like, "I don't know you guys. I don't know you guys at all."
Who are you guys? That's the Pope behind him right there. He lost some weight since then. All right, let's go to this one. This is the Wu-Tang commercial for the Nikes. Let's take a look at this.
This is our year, right, fellas?
Yeah, that's cool. Let me get a French vanilla.
You got it, Jalen.
Can I get a chocolate deluxe?
Mikhail, welcome to New York, buddy.
Man, I play for
Yeah, that's cute. We know. And you, Mr. Hart?
Yeah, let me get the sundae, the honey twirl, tiger style. You serious right now?
Wu-Tang style. Hi.
Woo! I don't think I've seen that all the way in full. So that was I
it's
see
just
those,
an awesome commercial in general.
Yeah, the Wu-Tang.
And I want Josh
dunks.
Hart's jersey too. I want that Josh Hart jersey that he has right now.
Yeah, wait, let me see. The
That jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, the jacket. That's what I meant. The leather jacket.
Fire. Yeah. And those sneakers, they're on eBay for like a ton of money right now. So some people, there's a big sneaker collecting world out there. People just buy them.
Oh, I would kill for these sneakers, man. I love Wu-Tang. Yeah. I would kill. Absolutely.
No,
kill. I'm surprised that after the ice cream dropped, Hart didn't just beat the shit out of the guy with the glass. The guy with the glasses. That would have been way more realistic if he just dragged him out of his ice cream truck and just like curb stomped him immediately.
So I was actually listening to in my younger days, my 20s and 30s, I was making beats, hip hop beats, and you were able to start finding a lot of the original samples, and I just kind of got back into it, and I forgot about this, but in Wu-Tang Clan, Ain't Nothing to With.
You can say fuck.
Oh, we can't say fuck. That's right. Wu-Tang Clan, Ain't Nothing to Fuck With. They sampled a cover.
Even
of
though my mom listens to this.
Right.
Even though my mom is the one that listens to this. We can say fuck.
But they sampled Underdog in there, and I was trying to recreate it, and it's just like, it blows me away how produce like the RZA, or even any hip hop producer, but Ali Shaheed Muhammad, how do we take just different songs from different genres and just match them up, and they would fit and make a whole new perfect sounding song. It's amazing.
That's why. I'm a big hip hop fan and a big rap fan.
Same.
I'm sorry, my ADHD. Tatum looks hurt right now. But I'm a big rap fan.
Yeah.
I always said I considered like someone like Dr. Dre or RZA or DJ Premier or I don't know, any of those guys like Pharrell. Like I considered them. I consider them on par with Beethoven. Because they were. They were able to create a sound. Like Dr. Dre created a sound. Granted, he created a sound by listening to his parents' old records.
Right.
He took all his old George Clinton records and made a complete new sound. But he still made a sound. He made a sound that's extremely recognizable. He made a sound that dominated the 90s hip-hop scene and dominated the popular music scene, really, if you think about it. Into the early 2000s when he came around with Eminem again. Like he's, those guys are. When it comes to musicians, those guys are like the top. And I put Kanye on that list too before he became a mentally ill Nazi.
It's still so strange. It's so
before he put a sock on his face and started proclaiming his love of Hitler, he was a genius. He was a genius.
He's a genius. Well, look at the Knicks. Their theme song, "Go New York." That's a hip hop song. So hip hop coming from New York. Knicks, it was just a perfect marriage, so that was the best era of hip-hop, the 90s, so and the Knicks were good, and it all kind of worked out. Let's go to this last video that you found. Now, these are celebrities that sit courtside at the Knicks game, and I don't know if you saw it, but we couldn't find who created the video, so whoever made it, tag yourself and call us thieves and assholes. We don't care. We're not trying to rip you off. We're just trying to survive on the internet, so let's take a look at this video right now. It's Timothy Chalamet, 50 Cent.
Timothy Chalamet, the Michael Jordan of twinks. That's what I think about Timothy Chalamet. He's the greatest twink of all time. The Hall of Fame of twinks.
Steve Shariffa, always there. Yeah. Ben Stiller, of course.
Ben Stiller, yeah. Knicks fan Hall of Fame, too.
Yeah. Tony Lee, Patrick
Ewing.
Yeah. Bernard King. The Knicks players come out. Marbury, Paul Rudd from Jersey.
Paul Rudd, yeah.
Fat Joe,
of course.
Why does 50 Cent have balls on his hat? What is it?
It does look like he has balls.
He's got balls. I'm ballsy. That's his new hit single. Yeah. So So here you go. What hat is it? See, I'm looking at the hats and stuff. Like, I'm all about the hats, obviously. So I'm looking at that. He's always got the Wu-Tang New York
Carmelo Anthony.
hat.
Yeah, he's got the Wu-Tang hat too.
Yeah. Jonas Brothers.
Jonas
they're always
Brothers.
there. Steve Shrip is always there, of course. Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller is like
looking like a dad, looking like a granddad, actually.
Yeah. I love that Ewing is always there now. Now that he's not coaching, it's like he's home.
He's just
you know?
not been nice to Ewing. No offense, Patrick, but you look like an alien. He doesn't. He look like the Men in Black alien. Yeah, like if you went to the Men in Black headquarters. And they were like, "Hey, there's an alien disguise that's Patrick Ewing." You'd be like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
You know what it is? It's because it doesn't look like he has his eyebrows in that shot anymore. I don't know if it.
He's also
balding, but
the poor guy. He used to have such a great head of hair too.
Great hair.
He used to have. He used to have the ironic thing about Patrick Ewing is he had the best hair in the NBA in the 90s. No one could fuck with his hair game at all.
Flat top fade, perfect. Yeah. Even when he grew it out a little as the style changed, always had great hair. Yeah. So
he came at a time when there was no Propecia or hymns.
No hymns, no
sorry,
writing.
Patrick. I feel your pain, Patrick. I feel your pain a lot. Okay.
So Suni Lee's the one that OG loves.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to say with Ben Stiller, he's like the best one of the best Nick follows on social media. So if you're going to you follow like Knicks Fan TV, CP the franchise's account, or you follow like some of the guys from MSG, but you always follow Ben Stiller and you know what's going on with the Knicks. So that's always been really good.
Ben Stiller is definitely I will say it's like in terms of like the Knicks Fan Hall of Fame, obviously it's Spike Lee. Because he almost fought Reggie Miller. So you don't get more, I think, Knicks Fan Hall of Fame than that.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller is right there, too. Tracy Morgan's also there, but
Jon Stewart,
I'll
Chris
say,
Rock.
Well, Timothy Chalamet is a pretty diehard Knicks fan.
New York. Yeah, he's from New York. You always think these actors are all from LA. He's from New York. Anne Hathaway's a Knicks fan. She's from New York.
He skipped the Met Gala with Kylie Jenner to watch the Knicks, to watch Game 1.
Spike didn't do that. Spike didn't do it. Timothy did. Shrip is always there.
She was like, I thought we were gonna have sex tonight, and he was like, no, okay, the Knicks. We have to watch it. We have to watch Jalen Brunson do his thing. Jalen Brunson gets me more hard than you, Kylie.
It's true. So I think yes, to the right of the screen is Mets owner Steve Cohen, who's a Knicks fan. He's always there. So that's
where is he?
In the blue with the hat.
Go back a little bit if you can.
You don't really see him. So Ben Stiller and his wife, and then Steve Cohen is there on the right. Cohen. Because he's always dressed that way at the game, and he's always courtside.
And he's always courtside. I mean, it's a good guess. You're just like, hey, I saw an older white guy with glasses and a hat. It's probably hedge fund manager and owner Steve Cohen.
Marbury's there in the shot. I can't recognize the guy with the hat in the middle between him and Bernard King. Bernard King's from Brooklyn. So this is a really good. And Fat Joe is wearing like my grandmother's rug or something like that.
He's just decked out. He does look like, or he looks like just like like an old Italian mafioso that's like living in Miami right now. Hyman, like this looks like something Hyman Roth would probably wear in Godfather 2.
Hyman Joe,
like an old Jewish Italian gangster.
He does. He's got the look. Yeah, he grew from
rigging the ponies.
A talented Latino, and he grew into an old Jewish.
An old Jewish gangster. Jewish gangster to be precise.
And Paul Rudd, Jersey's own Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
So there
you go.
So that was good.
Okay, Mike. Well, good talking to you. It is the fourth quarter, and it is. I just want to see the score real quick.
What's the score?
Pretty interesting. Last time I checked,
I lost my feed in my phone. I gotta dig for that. We'll be back. We got Mets Yankees Subway Series this weekend.
Yeah, as of now, it's 90-85 Knicks.
Knicks are winning?
Knicks are winning. 90-85. And Spike Lee is like yelling and cursing off the ref right now.
I got my Spike Lee shirt. Thank you, Spike.
Because they're claiming there was a foul.
Where is it? Yeah.
Against
Get this official Spike Lee.
Yeah.
I just bought it. I have no connection to him, but I bought it because I thought it was cool. All right. Yeah, we're going to hop off. I'm going to try to get this uploaded at some point. And
oh, man. It's an interest. Oh, yeah, I'm watching.
All right, going to watch
it. Okay. Anyway, goodbye, guys.
All right, goodbye.
Have a good one. Take care.
All right.